accepted.
All right, I'll second that. Jody, you want to come on up for the first one?
There's an orange folder that I've left. I need you to sign those forms in that paper in there, and it's just where I do the line item transfers from general fund to mutual medical to pay for those bills. And then on that one, there's a grant that we received for that conservation grant money. I need you to sign that form that's attached to that and just give it back to me. Okay.
So all of us need to
Yes.
sign this?
Yes.
It's already down there. That one's already down there.
I know, I
That one
always
never
feel
flew.
like I feel something.
Does each copy need to be signed? It says here,
Yes.
these need to be signed. I mean, just, that's it?
That's it.
Every
Just-
copy?
Yep. It's just where I transferred that money from the medical expenses.
Don't wait some others.
Yes, please.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, I don't really have much to tell. We have 66,000 in county general right now, just a little over. I know it sounds good, but we do have some outstanding that's got to be paid. Several medical bills that I need to get taken care of.
Sounds good. Ken, do you have anything outstanding that she needs to be made aware of that needs to be?
Not much this week. She got a copy.
Oh, sorry.
This morning on the radio show that we discussed a little bit about property taxes again, we pay this in national money. We just said that probably as time gets closer, we will probably put more information in the newspaper and maybe go on WPA's radio coffee break and kind of explain it in more details.
I'll be happy to put it in the newspaper.
You won't be happy to go into the radio and let the viewers know about it?
I prefer to put it in the newspaper.
Well, that's just another way to reach the people, you know.
When it gets closer, we'll discuss it. How about it? We are going to have the GovTech lady for the services for GovTech. She's going to come down and train the 27th of June for that. That'll be good.
That's it, right? This is our copy.
Yes.
This is our copy too.
That one's mine. That's mine. But you have yours right there in front of you.
Okay. Oh. Set that down. Right. Yep. What's this? Mop excavator.
That's for the grant.
That's that grant you're talking about.
There's a form that you have to sign. It specifically has your name on it that she sent.
dealing with at their office now? Because what's her name's no longer there, right?
This is Heather Bickerstaff.
Okay. So we received the money?
Yes. It's already been deposited into City National Bank.
Make sure they see this. All right, that's all you need?
That's all I need is just those forms back. Okay.
Sheriff Holder, you want to come on up? Joe's going to close session, so.
All right.
Hold on. How's your car doing?
Good.
Got a pretty full house?
Yes.
Low 40s, 42, 43.
Yeah.
How we doing on air conditioning? I noticed I seen Reed's van parked at the annex building one day last week. Is there anything going on, or?
As far as all, they replaced the compressor in that one in the lobby.
Yeah.
They had to come back about a week later and do something else to it. I don't, froze up, and they didn't have enough freon in it, but right now it's supposedly working right. I guess the one at Sandy's office had any complaints in it. The other people that you had prevented airflow, I don't know what they did or if they did anything.
I don't know. Jeff, do you know?
We're at the annex. He was, someone called him.
Miss Abel, I think, was complaining about noise back there. Is
Yeah,
that what he
Chris was walking her dog, and she said she was hearing some kind of hissing noise or something in the back of the annex out of one of the units. So I called AirPro and I had them go by there and see. I just told them to go by there periodically, see if she said it doesn't happen all the time, but it sounds like it's having a high-speed counterpart. She said it's awful sounding. So she said it'll do it, and then it won't. So I just told him to go by there on occasion and just listen for it. So if you see him down there, that's what he's doing. He's not able to pinpoint it yet. He's not heard it. She said she heard it, 3 or 4 different times, but she's there.
And that's gonna be from the age of those units back there.
But that's what he was most likely doing there. So I know I didn't call him for anything else. There you go.
You want that back, Jody?
Oh, thank you.
Have you noticed, like over the dog houses, on the annex, those 4 on the end?
They're leaking.
2 of them look pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Tim told me he got up there and looked, and he could see when it's raining, there's some water coming in.
It looks like all that's left is the flashing on the corners.
Okay. Maybe get some roofing prices and just try to fix that.
Yeah.
Got anything else?
That's about it. We've applied for the grant for the vest. Mr. Biggerstaff is on the paperwork on it.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll hear something here in the next month or so on that.
What was that for? 10,000? Is that what it was for?
Well, let's see, our bill was for 12,000, they'll pay half of it, so we should get 6 back. That's all I got.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Hey, dude.
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Joe's all right if we go ahead and just have him talk since we're going to close session. You want to come on up here and talk, or you can sit there, whatever you want to do.
Don't matter to me, wherever you want me.
It doesn't matter to us.
We'll take you up here.
Where you want.
I'm just wondering why some of us get the white rock, some of us get the bad here. There's what we get. You can't even tell it now that when the grader run over it. And then there's what other people get. And these ditches get dug out, we get that. some of them get attached. I don't understand it.
I'm sorry.
I was wondering when the last time the county has paved the road on their own. How long's that been? Without us having to pay again. Myself, I paid $5,500 and we still got that little strip down through there. If that was done, you could join 2 schools, 2 churches, 2 cemeteries, and go from west to east and never hit a gravel road in Massac County. You could go all the way through and not get on the gravel. That's the only thing stopping it right there. And they do that Comer Road up there, and there's about 5 people in Massac County that use that road. The rest of them come out of Polk County. And I've seen you White Rock a few years ago, a dead end road that's just about a mile long.
Johnny, where's these out where they got the 3-inch rock in the ditch?
That's on Red Oak Road right past my
Oh,
house.
yes, okay.
Where's that road up there?
That's Silbeck Road. Looks just like Comer Road. But the other one there that ain't got hardly any on it's Upper Salem Road. And there's a lot of people use that road, several people, every day. Well, we just got a little skip. Why is that, Joe, you know? Why do we just get a little dab of rock on our road and the rest of them gets 6 or 8 inches deep and cover the whole road? We just get a little piece down the middle and then they grade it, you can't even tell we got it.
It's Seal Lake Road.
I don't understand.
You want Joe to look at those pictures?
A little bit down to help.
Huh?
I said we put a little bit down so that we can help. I guess it's better a little bit than none.
Well, a lot of the other people get the whole thing done then.
As far as Sealbeck,
Silbeck and Homer.
I can tell you Sealbeck got it because,
You gonna pave it?
yeah, I'm gonna pave it because the guy paid for it.
What about Comer Road?
Comer Road, we just continually have problems up there and put some rock up there.
Yeah, well,
It's not really that thick up there either. I mean,
it's pretty good. It covers the whole road. It's pretty thick. I've been up there and checked it out. The heck, we ain't but 5 miles. We're about the first gravel road out of town. And like I said, there's a lot of people that use that. And you got Franklin and Jefferson School that would tie them together. And tie Weaver Creek Church now, and Macedonia Church. It tie 2 cemeteries together.
One of them is Upper Salem, that needs gravel.
This is the first rock we had got to put on that road since I've lived there. That's been 45 years.
we just rocked that hill last year, the year
Yeah,
before.
because it's tore up and every time it rains it washes out again.
I'm just
So
saying.
Glasgow put the creek rock down on the for the base. Now that makes good sense. That won't hold nothing. What if would you consider doing 50-50? County pay 50, we pay 50% of the blacktop?
I mean, that's not our current policy, but I mean,
Well,
it's,
I know,
Do
but
you mean oil and chip, Johnny? Or
Yeah.
blacktop?
right now,
Oh,
all
yeah.
we don't even, we only charge for the actual materials, and that's what we talked about a couple of months ago. That, I mean, every bit of the hauling costs and all the labor costs and everything else, we don't charge anybody for. We just charge for the raw materials, for the rock that we put down and for the oil and the chips that we put down. And that's all that we charge for. And it's still expensive, but and that amounts to actually probably less than 50% of the cost when you factor in what it actually costs us to do it.
The labor and the use of the truck and all that. It's
Yeah,
not,
the
it's
hauling
free.
costs
Yeah.
and the, fuel and the equipment costs and the labor and everything, yes.
Have you ever requested a price, or do you want Joe to work you up a price?
I
and
was
see what-
just wondering if you all would do 50-50.
Well, I mean, first is, I'm not saying we will, but first thing it would be is for him to give you a price to see, where it would start. you know, what the number would be.
How many miles is that? You say 5 miles?
No, it's only a quarter mile.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if you were
That's
talking
all
about the
it's
whole
at.
thing, or,
Well, it's all done except that down through there, but before we mentioned trying to get the state chip in on it. I know they ain't got anything, but they own all that on the left side down through there. Thought maybe we could talk to Chris McGinnis or something and get them to chip in maybe part of that, since they own most of it all on the left side.
What would something like that run just top of your head, would you know, like a quarter mile?
No.
Okay.
I just have to figure out the material cost, but I mean, it's probably gonna be in the $15,000 to $20,000 range.
That much for a quarter mile? I paid $5,500 and I went a lot further than a quarter mile here a few years back. I just went around my property and it was $5,500.
Rock and roll is expensive.
Well, I know everything's expensive anymore. I was kinda hoping at least we could get it white rock like the rest of them were getting. Instead of just a strip. Now if you all graded it, you can't even tell the thing been down there. I know on the other end of it right there, it looks a little better. But
Like one time, Johnny,
compare the,
the ditches, what the ditches on one side, I think.
right,
Did we
well,
ditch
it's
it now? or-
still that way on that hill going down there. Every time it gives a big rain, it eats out in the road. Since they cut it down and put the creek rock, it just won't hold. I'm thinking maybe we just, get that road, white rock, then we'll pay for blacktop in the hill so it don't get eat out every time. If we could just get that part done.
That'd probably help it.
Why,
Oh,
yeah,
but the rock.
I just like to get treated like the rest of them, you know?
Just past Glasgow, how far is it past Glasgow Drive that old chip ends? Down at the bottom, in the bottoms there?
Yeah, right past Mike McKee's.
Yeah.
McKee lived from there to
Well, that
my
shouldn't-
house.
Shouldn't be too bad.
It's only a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
That's all that's left. And I'm saying you tie 2 schools, 2 churches, 2 cemeteries, and a lot of people on that road. There's several people on that road. And it would tie the whole thing together, east to west. I just hope we get a little help's all we want.
can you get us some price on what it'd be?
That seems awful high, that price there. Aren't you supposed to want to go 15,000?
That's what Steve Vogt just paid to do, Sealback. I can't remember the exact number, but it was up there 15, it was, maybe it was 12,000. I can't remember the
Well, I'm
exact
beginning
number.
to think now we'd be happy with White Rock.
I mean, but that was about, that was actually more than a quarter of a mile too. On Sealback, it was like 2,200 feet. That's a little bit more than a quarter of a mile, so.
I'm
He
saying
probably-
a quarter mile. I think
if-
it's just a quarter mile.
It may be less than 10,000 for a quarter mile, and I just
Yeah.
have to look at how,
That's still a
the
lot of
distance of it and what it would cost. I mean,
It
that's
would
why
be-
I hate to give you a price here off the cuff, because I don't know what it is. I
It-
could be telling you way too high.
It wouldn't be bad if we got everybody on the road to chip in on it, but
Yeah.
coming out of one pocket, 10 grand's a pretty good lick.
Yes, sir.
And
How-
I've already
how
got
about,
5,500 in it.
How about Joe get us a price, and we'll revisit after we get a price, and we'll just go from there and see what we can do.
If we
See
can't
what-
afford that, we'd appreciate some rock. You know, my great uncle got paid 35 cents a load for that in the early 30s with a horse and a mule and a wagon. And I think some of the rock's still on there. You know? But I appreciate your all time, and whatever you could do for us, we'd appreciate it.
All right.
All right,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
sir.
Johnny.
Y'all have a good day.
See you too.